We had a weed called desert thornapple, and in each of the pods it would hold over 200 seeds. So when the illegals were traveling through and they had their blankets during the wintertime and those seed pods were dry, it would hang on their blankets and spread those noxious weed seeds throughout the ranch.
I've found, I don't know how many cows, I quit counting, with big plastic garbage bags. They buy the leaf bags, the biggest ones. They can use them for a slicker, cut a hole in the top for an armholes. They make ponchos out of them. You find a dead cow with that in their stomach. I've found them with those colored acrylic blankets that a cow's eating. You find a dead cow, you don't know what happened to her. Well, a year later when she disintegrates, you'll see the bone pile there and there'll be a blanket or a garbage bag right up in the middle of it. It's pretty obvious what they've died from. I had a pretty intensive breeding program where I took my yearling heifers and I did this with them and I bred them to specific bulls. And I've got 8 pastures up here. I'm Ruth Evelyn's neighbor on the west, and I had 8 pastures and had a pretty intensive deal going on, and all the gates got opened, everything got out. We spent 3 days fixing everything back the way it was, 3 of us. I thought I might have a pair mismatched, so I went back the next morning, all the gates were all open again. And we had to start all over, and finally I gave up. I can't fight that kind of a deal on and on and on and on. In June we had one year, which is our bad time of the year for water production, and it's the hottest time of year. Cattle drink the most that time of year. We had some illegals come and take a great big rock and put it on the float and drain 30,000 gallons of water out on the ground. So now I have to, my generator broke down. I had to go to town and rent a generator to come pump that amount of water back up. The economic losses are astronomical. They cut fences. After all that mess with my cattle, I went and bought 1/4-inch chain and the smallest, cheapest locks I could find, lock all the gates, so they just come to the fence next to it and kick the wires down to cross there. Whatever you do to stop them from doing something, they just find another way around it. The trash we've picked up, the stuff we've hauled. Cochise County had some at-risk kids and they got a federal grant to come out and pick up a lot of this trash. On 1 mile of my land in a brushy draw that was about 150 yards wide, they picked up 16 dump trailer loads of trash. I worked those horses Thursday afternoon. I know they were on water Thursday afternoon. It wasn't very hot. It was in May. It wasn't a big deal. Monday morning I saw those horses. They were up towards the house in a pasture below the house, and I could tell they were distressed. They were out of water. Well, I don't know how long they'd been. Probably 36 hours. That one mare had already gotten through a fence and was blind. And she had a small colt on her. She rotated both coffin bones, went blind. I had to put her down. I mean, it was... which normally they leave all the gates open, not shut the gates to keep something from getting to water. And you never know what kind of a mess you're going to find next.
When my husband and I purchased the ranch from the family estate in 1994, the ranch had been in the family at that time for 4 generations. It was our dream to build a house and live on the family ranch. And due to the illegal activity over the years that is increasing, we have been unable to live that dream. It's my hope that if we can have more individuals like Rusty Bowers elected to office, we will be able to realize that dream.